Hello everybody, this is Lunaris Aileron, and for this video, I want to talk a bit about the current season. Right now it's spring 2019, and from the title, I think I'm gonna title this something like, this season is pretty bad, pretty mediocre. And like, I am currently right now, actually has not many anime to watch because even after just 2 weeks, after like 2 to 3 episodes of some anime right now, lots of them are just bad. Just I don't want to watch them anymore. I mean, this is a rant video. Instead of making individual video about each anime that I watch, first impression or reviews, I think I'm just gonna lump everything in just one video. I've been busy lately. I have been drawing more. I've been playing games more. I've been playing Atelier Lady as well after 1 year of deliberating. I'm really enjoying it. Almost finished it. It's pretty sad. But anyways, let's start. Let's start with a full TV anime first, as in a full 20 minutes episode anime. I'm going through the anilist.co list. So first in the list is Kimetsu no Yaiba. This one is actually I really like so far. There's only 2 episodes so far, and I've seen some of the manga pages, and it apparently is a little shonen like. It's a little shonen like, but first, but it is produced by Ufotable. Ufotable even at their worst. Nah, I shouldn't say at their worst. It's still good because Ufotable also produced God Eater. You know, God Eater is awful. I really hated it. I feel like when I remember watching God Eater like 5, 6 episodes, something like that. What was going through my mind is like, is this really Ufotable? Because it seems like the quality control is not similar to any other Ufotable anime that I have watched, including I don't mean something like the Fate series because that's definitely their priority, but I am talking about something like Tales of Zestiria and Token Ranbu. Both has some high and lows, but they are still very competent anime with beautiful visual. But God Eater is awful. Lots of the writing in the writing definitely is really awful, and the characterization, the pacing, and the dialogues are boring and something like that. But Kimetsu no Yaiba so far, what is the translation? I think is it Demon Slayer or something. The first 2 episodes are really beautiful. I really love it. It has the main character is an example on how to establish a strong protagonist, on the go. You don't need to have like this character to be really lame for 10 episodes before you build him up. Even by episode 1, you can admire the protagonist, even though he is still physically weak and his mind is still pretty fragile. You know, I'm talking about the setting, the feudal Japan demon slaying setting. The visual is really good. I love the background music is really good. It flows really well. It doesn't feel like a shonen anime. It feels like more like a more theatrical anime that is a more heavy theatrical anime that fits Ufotable style more. You know, maybe if some other studio make this anime, it will be very different. I think it will be very different if some other anime do it. It will be more typical shonen if other studio do it. But so far, this is one of the anime that I'm really looking forward for, especially that this anime will come out on Sunday in my time. So every Sunday, I'm really excited to watch this. This one is really good. I hope it will continue to be good, but everything can change. You know that it can turn really bad, or it can just become mediocre later on, even after strong start. Especially that anime tends to have really strong start because early episodes usually have high budgets, and the middle where they usually become pretty bad when when we are talking about budget, and usually quality also deteriorate. But this is Ufotable. with these two episodes so far, I think I can put in a little faith in them. So the next in the list is One Punch Man season 2. I quite like the season 1, but I think people tend to overrate One Punch Man. I've seen lots of comments something like One Punch Man is a savior of anime, is the anime of the if of the lifetime of masterpiece, something like that. I don't agree with that. I think One Punch Man the season 1 is quite good, quite enjoyable, very low barrier of entry in terms of to enjoy it, because it has, for a parody, for a satire, it also has good actions and great characters and fun, lots of comedy and good moments. But for season 2, different studio is doing it. Season 1 is produced by studio Madhouse, I think. Madhouse, right? But this season 2 is produced by JC Staff. And I don't know what's going on with them. The first two episodes are pretty terrible. I mean, not in terms of art quality. Art quality is just fine. I don't think there's anything particularly bad with the art style. But there is, let me list. The background musics are really generic and really lame. It fails to establish this kind of satire and parody feeling the one season 1 has, especially with the storyline actually becoming serious. I don't like the story actually becoming more serious without actually alluding to some kind of satire, you know, like in season 1. I don't read the manga. I am told that the manga is still quite serious but still humorous. But for the first two episodes of One Punch Man season 2 so far, the humor is very off the mark. There's only like a couple of times where I feel like it is really funny, where the comedy actually hits. But so far the two episodes, the dialogues lack impact. The action feels just okay, I guess. Genos is moving so fast, it's okay. The actions are a little shaky, but the comedy kind of fails. The music is really generic, that it fails to establish a more this kind of atmosphere of One Punch Man. The more, what is the word? One Punch Man has this kind of, not depressing, but I forgot the word, but let's say it's a little, it's a, when you make a satire or something, you kind of lots of time you are kind of deluded of the thing you are making fun of. In this case, like One Punch Man season 1 has this feeling that who makes it doesn't really like is making fun of the shonen genre, the superhero genre, and making fun of everything about the hero genre by making Saitama killing everybody in one hit. Season 1 has this feeling of that conveys to you that this is a satire, this is a parody, but at the same time we are still going to make this funny and entertaining to you. That we are not going to shove you that we are making fun of the genre, but we are making fun of the genre, but we are still going to entertain you and you are going to love it. But in season 2, so far the music can be very ominous, can be very serious, but at the same time it's very generic. When Fubuki appears, it's there's really this lack of, maybe I should script this, but it just doesn't feel One Punch Man. It fails to convey that this is some kind of parody or satire, and but at the same time it fails to be a serious anime because the dialogues are lacking, the tension is lacking. It doesn't know, it doesn't do humor well, it doesn't do serious well. Sometimes some of the conversation between characters go too long. Even in episode 1 where they are making fun of King, I feel like it's kind of like they are copying the manga, but they don't copy the energy of the manga. How you read the manga, how it is portrayed in an anime is different, you know. Sorry about that. It's not effective in overall. I really find the first two episodes of this anime so far is very lacking, underwhelming. Yes, unenergetic and underwhelming. Next is Fruit Basket. Fruit Basket is I have no interest in Fruit Basket because I didn't watch the first iteration of the anime of the manga and the anime. It is a very old anime. It is a classic, you know, of a classic romance. It's a classic romance fantasy story. I didn't watch the first one. I didn't know much about the first one, and I'm not really interested. But considering that there are so many and there are so little anime that I watched this season, maybe I will try watching Fruit Basket properly. Next is Bungo Stray Dogs. I don't watch Bungo Stray Dogs. I find the season one uninteresting, so I didn't bother finishing it. And next is Carol and Tuesday. Carol and Tuesday is it's very hipsterish, you know. But for a very hipster anime, I find that episode one is pretty cliche, which is quite surprising because the setting is about art and culture in Mars in the future. Mars, the planet Mars. You know, the place that Elon Musk want to go. For something that so fantastical, episode one is pretty generic, pretty cliche. I mean, like this is one of the things that I always say that just because you have fantastic idea, that does not excuse you to execute it in a very cliched manner. I'm not saying that the cliche is or the trope itself is bad, but I'm saying that the first episode is done pretty straightforward and unimpressive. I'm still a little sick. I have been having this sore throat and my throat is gooey. My nose is full. Maybe my voice will be a little weird in this video, but continue on. There's only 2 episodes so far. I haven't watched the latest episode. I don't have the mood. But episode one is quite unimpressive despite having this kind of fantastical idea, this kind of futuristic idea where lots of things can be explored. But episode one is pretty straightforward that I don't really like it. I'm not the biggest fan of the art style and such, so that's maybe that. Next is Sewayaki Kitsune no Senko-san. This is the big one. I haven't watched the first episode of this because I've actually read the manga. So I'm not in a rush to watch this. Lots of people say it is pretty good, and I have seen the screenshots and browse episode one, and it looks good. And this is one of those relaxing anime. So if you are into it, you will like it. If you don't like it, you will not like. If you don't like this kind of thing, you will not find it anything else. But you may like the cuteness and stuff. Personally, when this anime is first announced, I was a little surprised because I have read the manga. I think this anime will burn itself pretty quick because unless they really change the chapter arrangement or they make lots of change. Because the manga itself is one of those relaxing manga where nothing really happens. Everything is just, every chapter is just cute things happen. One of those like doujin style kind of manga, you know. But somehow it got popular enough to become an anime. Like when my first thought of when this anime is going to come out, my first thought is that, oh, is this gonna be a half anime, as in 10 to 12 minutes anime? No, apparently it's a 20 minutes anime. I think it's gonna be feel padded a little too long. By in my experience, anime like this by episode 5 or 6, you're going to get little bored unless you really like Fox Girl, Fox Lolly, which lots of people like, really love apparently. Like in contrast to other kind of moe slice of life, usually other moe slice of life incorporates more comedic element. Like I'm going to use just I'm going to be a lazy man and use the easiest example. Gochisa. Gochisa has lots of slice of life element, but at the same time, yes, lots of comedic element, and there are lots of characters that interact with each other. That really give content for a full 20 minutes episode and for 12 episodes of a season. But Senko-san has only a couple of episodes, a couple of characters, and from the manga from the chapters that I have read, most of them are focused on the Senko and the main character, the main male protagonist, and later on there will be another loli and one more important character. But even then, they don't appear as frequently as usually in other slice of life anime. So that's why I'm a little surprised that this gets the full episode anime. But I might have to actually watch it to judge it. Is it if it's really good, if it really will lose steam. If it's really will lose steam in mid game, as in episode 5 and 6, something like that, something along that time. Next is Kenja no Mago. Can we just kill isekai anime already? I really hate isekai. I have seen the manga. It's what is a typical isekai tribe. Please don't support isekai. I really hated it. I have seen the next few seasons. There are lots of isekai anime and lots of. Oh my god! Can we just no more isekai, please? Episode 1 is really bad. I hated it. I hate the content. There's nothing really special. Isekai is one of those that you have read one. You've seen everything. Next is Hitoribochi. Hitoribochi is a comedy slice of life. I've read the manga. I don't like the manga, so I'm not gonna watch the anime. The manga is pretty boring. The comedy is really miss. It's not hit or miss, but it's most of the time it's a miss to me. Like the main female character is kinda lame. It repeats the gimmick over and over again, and there is really nothing especially unique with the setting. Like unlike Gochisa or something like Stella no Maho or something, or Urara Merocho. So I don't know why Hitoribochi even got an anime. Maybe because the anime of there's another anime by the same artist, that a manga by the same artist that also get an anime. Apparently it's pretty good, even though I have also read it. I don't like it. So I'm not gonna watch Hitoribochi. For some reason, lots of several of anime this season is from manga that I have read. And next is Sarazanmai. It's a nonsense anime, and it's all boys. It's nonsense anime. I don't think I have reason to watch this. I've seen episode 1. It's what? It's like, what the hell? Random stuff. And it is made by Studio Mappa. Like, what the hell? Why are you not doing something else, Mappa? Give me more Garo or something. Next is Boku Tachiwa Benkyo ga Dekinai. I have also read the manga a bit. I didn't like it. Cannot make it past a couple of chapters. I don't find the female characters fun or the comedy is fun. So I'm not gonna watch this anime, Boku Tachiwa Benkyo ga Dekinai. Or it is shortened to Bokuben, something like that. I mean, like the concept itself is okay. It's pretty interesting because it is very relevant to lots of people. Where people with particular talent actually does not like the trajectory that people expect of them to go, and they want to pursue their own dream. But the manga that I've read, I didn't try even episode 1 because I've read some of the manga. I'm not interested. Maybe this season, maybe it's because I have read the manga. Maybe I should give it give more chance. But I've been getting busy and busier lately. So anime actually takes time. I cannot just drop things and to watch 20 minutes anime, 20 minutes episode anime every day. I remember there is a comment in One Punch Man season 2 episode 0. People saying, "Why are you watching a summary of season 1? Just watch the whole season 1, the 12th episode of season 1 instead." I mean, like, are you kidding? How do you have time to watch an entire season? That's 12 episodes time 20 minutes. That's 240 minutes of more than 240 minutes of worth of time. So that's like 4 to 5 hours. How do you find 4 to 5 hours time just lying around for you to watch anime? I really don't have time for that. I'm busy working every day, 9 hours every day, and then I live alone. No one is taking care of my housework. And honestly, I don't have much time to watch. So that's why I'm really critical of anime. Wow, how long has I been talking so far? 20 minutes. Maybe I should cut this. I should cut a bit. I'm gonna cut this and then continue. So next anime is Kono Oto Tomare. This is from a manga which I have been told. This is a musical drama romance anime. One of those club anime that is actually pretty serious. I have been told that the manga is actually pretty good, but the impression that I got from 2 episodes so far is that it's a typical seinen club anime. I don't like the characters, and I don't like how the female character is introduced in episode 2. Like, the art is pretty consistent, but the story is so far the trajectory of the story is pretty predictable. That I don't think this is gonna be anything new. But so far I don't really like it. Maybe I'm not gonna watch the next episode, the third episode tomorrow. Like, if I don't find the characters endearing or likable or something to my liking, and the story is something that is pretty predictable, and there is nothing especially new in how they present it so far, and the main theme itself is also, I guess, is about the koto. Koto is a Japanese instrument, one of the traditional string instrument. I think I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch a third episode because episode 2 is pretty boring. I don't like how they present the characters, how they present some of the side characters that is trying to some of the one-off characters that are trying to become the bad guy in episode 2. It's pretty typical. I have seen this formula in a more serious club anime lots of time in manga. I have got bored of it. I don't care if this gets really good in later plot. If early episodes are pretty boring, maybe I mean, like, I really there are these two club anime that I actually quite like. First is Cheer Danshi. Second is Kotobuki, about Kobukibu, yeah. Kobukibu. Both of these anime are heavily full of male characters. So you cannot you cannot accuse me of, or you don't like anime with lots of male characters because you like cute girls. Cheer Danshi, especially the gimmick is that it's a cheer group made of all male character, all guys. But I really enjoyed the story and their journey of becoming a proper cheer club, cheer group. And Kobukibu actually has interesting characters, and even though the storyline is nothing special, but the how the story went, and how the characters developed were really good. There are lots of surprising characters, and even the maybe you should try it. Both of these anime has a has an average art style compared to Kono Oto Tomare, this anime. But I prefer those two animes I managed to watch until the end compared to this. This even after two episodes, I am already bored. So it's really not about that I don't like a male centric anime, but rather how you do it, I guess. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch this tomorrow. Maybe it might be if I have time, but unlikely. So and the next in the list is Fairy Gone. Fairy Gone is trash. The first two episodes are trash. The action scenes doesn't make sense. The characters are dull. They don't have chemistry with each other. The dialogues are badly written. The scene do not flow well and are very disjointed. I don't care about the premise, all this thing about World War One with fairies and stand or summon creatures, something like that. It's really bad. I'm not sure who's doing it. Who's doing this? When they are doing screening of this anime, I don't understand why no one pointed out on how bad many of the individual scenes are. Episode 1 definitely really failed at making a good impression. Episode 2 is just compound on the problem that is it has a problem with action, a problem with dialogues, and problem with characters that do not feel very natural with each other, nor have a interesting or entertaining banters or dial interaction with each other. They don't feel really good to watch, and and the actions are disjointed, doesn't make sense. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch episode 3. It's really bad. So next episode is next anime is Mayonaka no Occult Komuin. I've watched one episode. I'm not gonna watch further because this is one of those like very fillery male centric anime that has a certain premise. In this case, it's like a yokai stuff. Like this is one of those things that probably is aimed towards people who read the original material, I guess. There is nothing really. I'm not sure I'm not sure what's supposed to hook me in this anime. I don't like the first episode. Next episode is Kono yo no hate de koi wa utau shoujo yuno. The the short form is just Yuno. It's terrible. Yeah, there are 3 episodes so far, and they are all terrible. The music is generic. The character designs are bland and stale. The dialogues are bad. The mystery is not it's not sucking enough, you know. Here's the thing about mystery genre. Mystery genre is something that is really diminished in return. Even if you are if the mystery is really good, if you have nothing else to show, you're not going to hook anybody. Like in this anime, the problem with this anime is that the basic the main plot itself is pretty iffy, but the more aggravating thing is that everybody act everybody is really bland. There's no really focus. The characters are really bland, and when you're watching this, like, what am I watching? There is really nothing really outstanding. I especially really hate how the main character talks. The writer make him have this like having this some kind of witty banter. Witty. I'm doing a quote unquote sign with my hand right now. The writer thinks he is saying these witty lines, but in truth they are just more like pretentious and annoying and perverted lines, which this is it is really bad. There are characters have no presence. The mystery has not been explored much so far, but at the same time, it is not very interesting. There is this time travel stuff, but everybody, every characters act like cliche, especially the mystery girl. Like apparently this is a 26 episodes anime. Maybe that's why it is pretty slow, but there is no reason to there's not a reason to make the first 3 episodes really weak. I'm a busy guy. I don't want to watch 8 episodes before it gets good. Next is Robihachi. Robihachi episode 1 is pretty dumb. I'm not interested in it, so skip that. Next episode. What am I saying? Episode. The next anime is Hachigatsu no Cinderella 9. Apparently, this is from a Mobage, and just like most Mobage anime, is pretty shit. 2 episodes so far is pretty shit. It's crap. The characters is extremely one-dimensional. The art only looks good if you close up in a still shot. Otherwise, the art is inconsistent and is really mediocre when the characters are moving. The jokes are there. I'm doubtful to say there are jokes because nothing is really funny in this anime. The plot is there, typical club anime plot, but nothing really sucks you in. This is like the much worse version of Love Life, but also it's a baseball anime. The characters are extremely boring. The dialogues are extremely boring. Nothing really stand out, and like, why are you watching this? There's nothing really. Maybe if you really like baseball, but they don't really play baseball much. Maybe later in later episodes, but this is the problem with Mobage anime, where there are lots of characters. You will make every character one-dimensional and boring. The voice actor, it's not that the voice actor does not know how to act, but rather I suspect that there are no people who really knows what they are doing. There's no voice directing. Everyone acts like they are acting a one-dimensional character. There is no depth. The acting has no depth because the actors don't really know the the characteristic of the characters they are playing. Maybe something like that. So should you watch it? No, don't watch it. Even if the girls are pretty cute, just watch other anime about cute girls. Just watch Love Life. If you want club anime that is really good, just watch Love Life. Next is Shometsu Toshi. Oh wow, this is made by Madhouse? Is this really made by Madhouse? Okay. This is crap, don't watch it. And apparently this is adapted from a app game. This is just bad. I have been talking for like 30 minutes now. How do people talk for like 1 hour? I'm getting tired. But maybe if you guys come to my Discord channel, you can see how much my friend and I crap on this anime. It's so bad. I hate. There is no thought on making of the scenes. The scenes doesn't make sense. The characters have no chemistry, even though they are supposedly important to each other. And then, oh my god, I don't want to rant. I don't want to remember the night that I watched the anime. It's really bad. And then bunch of other anime that I didn't watch. I'm not interested. Apa Namu Amida Butsu is one of those Mobage as well, but it's a Mobage full of male characters, so I didn't watch it. Hangekyo Kise Million Arthur season 2. For some reason this anime got 2 seasons. I don't know why. Maybe because Square Enix is promoting the game, the MMO and the fighting game, Arcana Blood. Season 1, I watched only like 3 episodes of season 1. It's very bad. It's a very filler anime. Nothing really given thought. So why bother? Blah blah blah. Next. And then the best one right now is Aikatsu Friends, the new season. Maybe because I'm a little biased, but I really glad. I'm really glad that they separate this into another title, Aikatsu Friends Kagayaki no Jewel, instead of continuing this as Aikatsu Friends. I've watched episode one. It looks pretty good. I like Hibiki. She's like Elsa Forte, that is much more humble, much more down to earth. You know, it's gonna be an adventure. I'm looking forward for the next year of Aikatsu Friends. So next is gonna be, I'm gonna look at a TV short. TV short. There are lots of short for some reason. Isekai Quartet. I don't watch it because the only subtitle that I like in the Isekai Quartet is Konosuba and maybe ReZero. ReZero is getting a second season actually. I'm a little on that actually, because I'm not sure. I don't know how the story goes in the novel, so I'm not sure how much more they are going to follow the gaming of Subaru dying and repeating 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 the same scenes over and over again. And I this is one of the things that gaming that gets more and more cheapen when the more you use it. Personally, I think ReZero should have had a simpler story and ends in 24 episodes. Not repeating the gimmick too many times, you know. Then next is Sanryu Shoujo. I've read the manga. I think it's perfectly fine that this is a 10 minutes anime, because I don't think this is really good if it has a 20 minutes airtime, because the comedy is can be a little sometime in the manga. But if you are not enjoying the Sanryu, I have someone who watched this but do not appreciate the Sanryu, the haiku, you know, you're the 575 poem. Is it a poem? But if you are watching this, I think you should try to enjoy the Sanryu, how the Sanryu is constructed. The comedy can be funny, but at the same time can be a little so sometimes. But Nanako is a cute girl. I think everybody can enjoy Nanako. And it's only 10 minutes long, so this I am enjoying Sandy Sojo. It is on Saturday morning, so it's something that I watched the first day of the Saturday. And then the next shot is Midara no Ao-chan. It's a fan service tribe. Nothing really special. Like, the comedy is so. There's nothing really special. More if you like fan service, just watch it, I guess. It's not censored, unlike the next title, which is Nande Kokone Sensei ga. It is heavily censored. If you are thinking of watching this, wait for the uncensored one. I mean, like, I don't hate fan service that much. I like Okusama Seito Kaicho. The first season, second season is a little iffy, but Midara no Ao-chan is just trashy. Nothing really special. And talking about trashy, Nobunaga Sensei no Osanazuma is also trashy fan service. But worst, this is about a grown up adult around 30 years old who wants to bang a 14 years old girl, 14 years old loli. He really wants to bang instead of just. If you watch this, just watch the fan service. Don't think much about the implication of a protagonist who really wants to bang a 14 years old girl who seems very immature. I mean, like, this kind of story, don't take seriously if you want to enjoy it, or if you don't enjoy it, don't watch it at all. There's nothing really deep or anything meaningful. Talking about nothing really deep, the next is Chokado Girl 1/6. It's okay so far. I mean, if you want to watch anime about a figure girls, just watch Buso Shinki. Yes, I said Buso Shinki, not Frame Arm Girls. Frame Arm Girls are bad. Buso Shinki is a much better figure anime. Why is there not many figure anime, huh? Maybe it's not, it's a very niche genre. Anyways, how long have I talked? I'm a little sick, so my voice is a little bad, and I guess with this video, I'm not gonna make any more video for the rest of the season. Maybe if I'm in the mood. Anyway, thanks for listening. So I said that this is a rant, but I'm not really that energetic to be angry. But the conclusion is that I think the season is pretty underwhelming. Even the things that I really looking forward for feels very underwhelming. It's a little disappointing. I think this is a sign that maybe I should rewatch all the anime that I've been missing, or I didn't watch because the season has so many other good anime. Maybe I'll try that, or maybe I just take my time to draw more. If you want to look at my artwork, look at the link in description. I put in my artwork in Pixiv and DeviantArt, or if you want to if you want to talk with me, there's a Discord with my friends. Anyways, thanks for listening.